Theo, as you said, and by design, right, you haven't been real public since coming back and becoming part of FSG. But when you have been around, I think the question everybody asks is, what is your role, right? What is, so the sort of day to day, and FSG has grown to such a large group, right? The Liverpool and the NASCAR and the Penguins and everything. So I guess the two-part question for me, because I think that's what you do for podcasts. It's our first. But I think, the questions are, A, like what is the day-to-day? And B, how much have you been able to touch and learn of the non-Red Sox properties that FSG is involved in?
Yeah. So day to day, it's an advisor role. Well, two things. So I bought in as a very small piece as a part owner. So there's that, and then there's an advisor role. I guess technically it's called senior advisor for FSG as a whole, not just for the Red Sox. So it's been kind of learning each of the individual companies and seeing where I can help, where I can make an impact. So that means different things for the different organizations. So with the Red Sox, it's really being there for Brez any way I can, kind of the way Bill LaJoy and others were for me when I first took over. So some weeks that means, texting or talking on the phone with Brez like 3 or 4 times a day, every day. And other weeks it means, checking in just a couple times, seeing, depending what's going on. And, some of the like bigger decisions or bigger philosophical questions, he'll ask me my opinion and why. And I don't make the decisions, but I kind of give him a perspective based on my experiences, having done that job. And then also, having worked at the league office and, been around the game a long time, but it's not so much, hey, we had someone hit the IL, who are we going to call up to take his place? Although sometimes it can, sometimes they'll ask me my opinion on something like that, but it's more bigger picture, like how to build a great organization, where are we going to find our competitive advantages, et cetera. Just being there for Brez and his group any way that I can. And then with the other organizations, it's different. Like golf, for instance, with FSG making, the big lead investment in Strategic Sports Group and PGA Tour Enterprises. There's a lot going on there now because it's sort of early innings. So I've spent a little time trying to get up to speed and understand the lay of the land, and then again trying to call on my experience to provide some assistance wherever I can. So I was part of the rule change process at MLB, for example, with the pitch timer and the other rule changes in 2023. Well, golf's at a moment in time where they're leaning into their future and thinking about where they can progress as a tour and as a sport. And so my experience with MLB might come in handy here or there. It's just adding another perspective. With the Pittsburgh Penguins, I've gotten to know their GM really well, and I know just enough hockey to make myself dangerous. So I'm not informing personnel decisions there, but more, again, big picture, macro issues, how to gain competitive advantages, how to set up an organization the right way, how to handle certain issues. And Kyle doesn't need a lot of help from me, but will call on me from time to time. And with Liverpool, it's, Mike Gordon has been the lead guy there, and we're really close. And it's a fascinating organization that they built over there, and it's going through a period of change. So I've been through lots of regime changes, and just provide counsel as I can on that one. And the good thing about FSG is kind of always changing and evolving, but every organization is important and takes huge priority and means so much to us. So there's constantly decisions to make, plans to make, and every day is an opportunity to gain competitive advantage in a hyper competitive landscape.